IT, high profile sector, love talking about making an impact, talking about supportive and high performing cultures and commitments to innovation. But only a third are talking about taking those risks. Now, they might be doing it, but remember, just like when leaders make assumptions about why people join, job seekers are going to make assumptions about what they read. So if they can't read it about taking risks, if they can't read about a sense of belonging, and if they can't read that there's diverse and inclusive cultures, they're going to assume they don't exist. And that's what we found. We did our research. So if you're in the IT sector, you are going to have a way of breaking things. There's a couple of tech firms that like that idea of breaking things and fixing them and making them better. They all talk but they don't promote on web pages and careers pages about that sense of belonging. We saw it with Yelp and Canva, but they're not necessarily the same as others. And same with diversity and inclusion. You can't assume, you have to showcase. And a lot of the time, organisations talk about it, but they don't actually showcase it in the imagery and the projects that they're working on. We then looked at the legal sector. And again, they all like to talk about complexity of work, all like to emphasise their focus on D&I and talk of supportive and collaborative, high-performing and high-calibre colleagues. I would argue, certainly the complexity of work and the high-performing calibre of colleagues, given the challenges in obtaining a law degree and the challenges of obtaining a job in a legal firm, that's almost hygiene. And what they're leaving on the table is the iconic and leading organisations the employees could work with. How people are empowered to do their own development and how a number of law firms are actually values-led. And this 13% is something that, if you read mass media, you think that law firms don't. But a lot of them are very strongly values-led. They're just not doing a good enough job of communicating that to the rest of the world. So media, obviously engaging content. They all talk about the unique engaging content. They all regard themselves as diverse and inclusive, and they talk about that fun, high-performance culture, that work hard, play hard thing that people want to be part of. Flexible working, 50% talk about that. The reality is, if you're in content generation, there isn't necessarily the opportunity to work remotely. So maybe that's not something they need to focus on. But the career development and the networking component's very important. And where they do learn from mistakes to continuously improve, that's another chance for organisations to promote. So if you're in a media sector organisation and you're the type of organisation that tries things, maybe they don't work and you do things differently, the market may not know you do that. And that could be a very, very powerful thing to leverage.